look, there's people.
Yes, I told them 2 minutes, about 10 minutes ago.
Well,
You
it's a
ran through,
test.
and you ran through and said 5 minutes.
I didn't say 5 minutes.
You did. You said 5 minutes going live. That's what you said when you walked
I
in.
said 5 minutes in quotes. It could have been 2 hours.
Yeah, but then I said how long, and you said 2 minutes, and that was 10 minutes ago.
We're back, everybody, and we're having a domestic already. Because that's the kind of kids we are. Now then, what are we testing here? We're testing new cameras, 2 new cameras. Yeah, I'm using this car because it's exactly the same wheelbase as the GT40. So it's not a Mini GT. That's gonna. I've just made the page for the Mini GT. The Thingamy will go live in a bit, you know, tomorrow, whenever. The driver rotator's not working at the minute. I wonder why. Let me have a look. Need to fix the driver rotator. That wasn't broken 5 minutes ago. That was working. That's better. I've completely rebuilt everything. I know nobody's asked yet, but I wonder what you've got to do to make. Oh, I remember. It's that. Okay, that can go away. Yes, RV Roy, I'm risking it. I'm on the GT40. There's even less in front of the front wheels being held on, but I kind of figure, you know, it shouldn't need much, should it really? Have to undo the screw to move it. I was calling him the Jolly Green Boat, but Mrs. Endurance objected to that. He's called a GT Scorcher. He's a Hot Wheels. Notice on the timing block at the very bottom it says now GT Scorcher with a little blue dot next to him. Well, when that little blue dot gets to the yellow car above it, it will jump up into that place, and then it will jump up into the one above it. I made it 30 minutes. I should have made it shorter, but I thought I was going to start it ages ago and I didn't. Is my voice any better? Ah, you can't hear me. That answers that question. Yeah, I'm actually coming out of Mrs. E's phone quite loud. I can hear myself, so I think the problem's with you. I've got a new audio interface because the other one kept locking up. Here, we'll go live cam. I'll go live cam and show you what's occurring. See if we can do that. I've set that up. Here we go. That's what I see. Into infinity. Wow. So here's the rig, as usual. I've raised the lights here. They're about an inch higher than they were because the car was blowing out. They still hinge up. The microphone I still haven't managed to replace with a better one. Well, it's a good microphone. It's just silly having it hanging there, isn't it? But now look. It's like a President Trump press conference at the front here now. We've got 3 cameras right up the chuff. We've got the side cameras still. That one there. That one there. I've got my new mounting system. Let me explain my new mounting system. So now it's a thin thing approaching the car, and under that repair washer is a huge hole, so I can move it, you know, in any direction by about 1 centimetre. So that should be alright for any type of car really. This camera had to be really close. The Arduino is now, or not the Arduino, but the timing thing is now in a little plastic house. Because I realised before all the car dust was filling up the sensor and it wasn't working properly. The Arduino's still hiding back there, where it was. So there are all the changes to everything. It looks very different, doesn't it? But and I've got now, there's nothing at the front. Do you remember I used to have that big piece of wood holding the front camera here? That's not there now, so I can get in, if need be, with action cam. I can get in. But hopefully with all those angles going, this camera will be used more for chasing Mrs. E out of the room. That kind of thing. Speaking of Mrs. E, do you want to see what she surprised me with yesterday? This is why I've got the best wife. This is why I've got the best wife and nobody else has. Look at this, what I got yesterday. And that beauty. I haven't unboxed it yet. The Ferrari 499p in all its beautiful gorgeousness. It actually says on the box that I'm not to put it on the rolling road, but we won't be taking any notice of that, obviously. When I free it, which I'll do in a minute, I've been saving it, freeing it as my reward for fixing everything. So that's what's occurring in there. I should get something like a headphone microphone, really. There we go. Right, and we're back. See, the blue line is slowly approaching the yellow line on the scoreboard. Yes, RV Roy, that's what attracted me to it, all that lovely detail. I love detail. Look what I can do on the timing screen now. If it behaves. It didn't behave last time I tried to show you this. Let's assume one of the cameras needs fixing. I can do this now. Doink! And it pauses everything, and I can fix the camera, and then I can resume again like that. How cool is that? Or if I need a break, I can do that. I need an operator break. Or should the worst happen and the sander breaks, I can have a mechanical fault. Pause. It's like real racing, isn't it? It's just like real racing, Steve. Yes, we all agree. I'm working very hard for the last couple of days on this. Yes, Cairo Adam, that pile of cars that I'm looking after so carefully is going to join. Do you want a tour of them? I've given a tour of them many times, so people might be getting bored of the car tour, but obviously there's more people, so there's more car tours. Hang on, let me make a bit of room. I haven't done any tidying up or eaten my banana yet, so things are a bit fraught. I was just pleased that everything was working, so I thought I'd go online and see if it works properly. That's all. Right, here we go. Let's put them in order. He's after him, he's after him. I don't know when he's going. He's going. Let me unpack the Ferrari. I'm going to unpack the Ferrari. I want to have a look. Oh, they put these in proper, don't they? This is not a toy, everybody. This is not a toy. You're not to play with it. I'm going to play with it. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, look at that. That's quality item. GT Mini have thrown the gauntlet down, and Hot Wheels have responded. That's alright, Radioactive. Is the quality of the voice any better? That's the question, because I've got a new audio interface. The other one was locking up constantly. There we go. Look at that beauty. As impressed. Going to enjoy destroying that. No, I don't mean it like that. I'm going to enjoy playing with that in the way God intended. Put some light on the subject. Yeah, very nice. Anyway, the next car, which we're going to start tomorrow, is this one, which is why the screen is predominantly yellow, because I always match the screen to the car. So, yeah, Nick Winfield, I'm working on a bigger sander, but it's proving difficult. I'll get there though, don't worry. So he's next, and then in about 18 hours when he's failed, we'll put him on. And then about 12 hours after that, when he's failed, we're going to get serious, and he's going on. Now you say, why are you having another GT40 Mark IV? You've already had one of those. Well, the first two cars were tethered down, and we all think that it's ruined their chances. So he's going to run untethered to avenge his brother. We're calling it the redemption run. So he will be next. Then, probably this. That's a request, a viewer request. They wanted to buy one and send it in, but I bought one instead because it's easier. Then this crazy little car with the faulty rear axle. You see the rear axle crabbing? Somebody gave a donation to the channel on the coffee page, Ko-Fi or whatever it's called, coffee, and part of his donation was he wanted to send a car, so that means we're running it, crabbing back axle or not, it's getting run. What were we doing next? We might do that next. There's FTE wheeled Aston Martin Vantage with, as I say, FTE wheels. Then this is going to get run purely because I think it will look good, no other reason, and it's a mainline. I like to run main lines. And then of course I am going to sneak it in. It's got to be done, isn't it? That must happen at some point. What's the front view like on that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's going to be good. I'm looking forward to that. Then there's this thing over here. This was sent in by DCRS. I've got plans for this. I'm having to write software and everything, but it'll be good, trust me. So that's coming up, and that's all I've got in the queue unless I run the Pinstripe Beastie. I like the look of him, but I don't know if he's dirt worthy. This fella's dirt worthy. This is a great little car. He was Freddie the F-140's test car, just like the green one is the GT40's test car. But this thing, mark my words, when he runs, all other cars will be abolished. He's going to take the record. If this one doesn't take the record, this one will. That's my prediction, because I'm now an expert, having done this 4 times. I want to run this 1964 version of this because I think it will be funny, but I was forbidden. Look at the drivers leaning in the correct direction. The current driver has covered his face up and he's not leaning. What's that all about? Well, it's gone mad. It's meant to lean in that car. Anyway, that's upcoming cars. Exactly, RV Roy. I don't think it will be long, Jed Shark, after the NASCAR. Alright, no. The GT40 must be avenged. Oh, but then it's 2 red cars in a row. We can't do that. We need another white car. There's a lovely RX-7 in our local shop. Fast and Furious RX-7. And it's already got dirt sprayed on it by the people at Hot Wheels. So they know what we're up to. They're making them pre-dirty now. I've got a lovely little tripod here. Which one is it? That one. I'm going to get another one of those tomorrow. I can't stop spending money. This is crazy. It is a Lotus Ferdinand. I believe it's a Type 47. Let me see if I can read the little words. It do say it's somewhere. Not on that one. Ooh, nearly threw it across the room. Is it type 49? It's a type 40. There we go. Got there in the end. It's a 1967 Lotus Type 40. That's what that is. Where's the blue line? Oh look, the blue line's nearly caught the yellow line. How exciting. Yes, radioactive. I have thought of running bigger cars, but bigger cars means a bigger belt, and a bigger belt means electricity. This belt is running on DC, so I can control the speed of it. If you look at the speedo, if I turn the belt speed up, hear it getting faster, see it getting faster. If I get a bigger belt, I haven't found one that I can adjust the speed of quite as efficiently as I do on this one. So what I'm thinking of doing is buying an AC belt and then converting it to run with one of these motors, but these motors aren't as torquey as a AC motor, so I might struggle a bit doing that, but it'll be worth a go. Failing that, I'll get a Variac or something and try do the AC motor, but I'm not an electrician, as I just proved. The 1-in-1 scale, Jed Shark, is when we get 1 million subscribers and YouTube are giving us, you know, a sacco cash, Matt Armstrong styley. We'll buy a real rolling road and challenge people to bring their Bugattis down. It can go 500 miles an hour, Jay. Scale, miles per hour, obviously. I don't know that it will fly off. It might, with the new, not very good front support system. Let's have a go. The back's riding up the buffer. There's no way the Ford GT will survive this. And we will do it, you know we will. Next stop 400. Scream if you want to go faster. Welcome to the waltzer. Front buffer system working at 400 miles per hour. Here comes top speed any second now. Well, I can go faster, but not controlled. And 500, here we go. The speedo gives up at 500, but also the belt. That's the belt at full speed now. He's not bothered, is he? Ha! Excellent. Excellent. I can go faster. Shall I go faster? I can double this speed at the flick of a switch. Ready? He's hanging on. I've no idea what speed he's doing. Oh, it said 680. We're hanging on. Let's go again. No, the speedo's given up. We're too fast for the speedo now. That is back to its normal high speed. People like the gentle thrum of 110 miles an hour to go to sleep to. You couldn't go to sleep to that racket, could you? There we go. positively docile at this speed. I need to move that plastic buffer a bit. I'll have to do that with a screwdriver later. Ooh, here, that was exhilarating, wasn't it? Yes, I think it would help with the wobble. Ali Jodrigon Judrassi Smart Tin 66937. But we did do that, Jada Green. Let me address the first thing. A couple of clamps at the back as well would lessen the chance of it flying off. And we're all hoping for it to fly off. That's why every run we've done, I've made them smaller. They started off massive. I mean, I will make them smaller than this again. What was I going to say? A fan at the front, we tried that. All it did was blow the dirt off. And we love the dirt. So we took the fan off because it was spoiling the muck. Oh, and do you know what happened, RV Roy? At the end of the last run on Freddy, when we went to 500 miles an hour, we shook all the dirt off. It was looking magnificent until we went to 500 miles an hour, and then we shook all the dirt off and ruined it. So I've now got a clear-coated, basically clean car. Very annoyed about that. I should have taken it off, clear-coated it, let it dry, and then 3 hours later come back and done the silly stuff. When will I learn? Oh yeah, never. Okay, Jed Shark, I will put explosives in the cars at some point. Now then, what's everybody's opinion on the camera top left? Is that worthwhile? The head-on view? Or the roadkill cam, as we started calling it on the last run. Oh look! Do you see what's happened on the timing screen? The current car, because of that burst of speed, has overtaken two cars. So instead of having its own line underneath, it's now jumped onto the scoreboard, and where its line was, it tells you where it now is, now in 4th place. So on the grid, it's climbing up the podium. Yeah, I can't get a camera in for a rear view, Ferdinand, there's no room. I could do this every now and then. Well, if you come on and say, I demand to see the bum, that would be the code words for it. You come on, I could do that. That's as close as I can get to a rear view. I demand to see the bum. We'll get you that picture. Oh, it's really hard figuring out what way to turn it when it's upside down and back to front. My brain's not big enough. You need to be a monkey to work that out. There we go. So if you say, I demand to see the bum, I will jump up and give you that shot. See, I've had to put a little plastic house over the timing wheel. It filled up with dirt on Manny's run, and I don't know how the timer was still working. It was just caked up with garbage. But there you go. Such is life. Hello, Very Dead Channel. How you doing? Fanged Spinosaurus, greetings. I wonder if we can change the name while it's running. Let's see if I can do that. Because he's currently called, as you can see, top left hand side of the timing block, he's called GT Scorcher. Can I change that while it's running? I don't think I can. No, I can't. Let me pause it. What reason? I'll give it a maintenance. I'm pausing. No. I'm unpausing. No. It won't let me change the name. Once we've started running, that's it. The car is named. The name does get used in a lot of places on the software. It's used on the timing block. It's used where it goes up the podium. It's used in the when it saves the race or the run's name into the database. It uses it there. So you probably can't change. That's why I can't change it, isn't it? Of course. Stupid boy. It'd be really noisy, Jada Green, if we did that. Adam Channel, did you get the GT Scorcher in the 5-pack? Because that's where the original GT40 Mark IV came from. It's a Lionel Racing Octo 2000. I don't know if that means it's good or bad. This little GT Scorcher's up to 4th place already on the leaderboard. I've made it have to go quite a long time to get to 1st though. I might leave it on overnight and see if it gets there, because if it gets to 1st it starts reporting new records and all the other lines start getting smaller. That's good fun. Oh, it's only got to go 2 hours. In another 35 minutes it catches the GT40. In another hour it catches Freddie, and in another hour and a half it catches Manny with their fake times. I'll put their real times in, obviously, for tomorrow's race. Oh, this is working, isn't it? I'm starting to feel with confidence now. Yesterday I didn't think I'd be ready for Saturday because nothing was working yesterday. Software was broken. Nothing had arrived, and I had to drive to Cambridge and back. That was goodbye to 8 hours of my life. Take care, RV Roy. See you tomorrow. Octo 2000. It has got nice hard plastic wheels, but they're on like a weird clicky suspension at the back. The front's on a broken suspension. No, it's not. It's alright. It's a very pretty car though. I like the writing on the tyres. Nice touch. But look at that. Quite a phalanx of very pretty cars coming up. Where's live cam? Nearly pulled my head off there with the headphones. Well done, boy. For people not watching 10 minutes ago, there's the upcoming cars in all their glory. I really need to tidy up before we go running. He's next. That's tomorrow's car. String cheese, as it embarrassingly has been called. Then it's the very detailed NASCAR, this one. It's a very good looking car. I love the safety net on the side. It's a nice touch. I'm really tempted to go with that, but we're going with that after that. The Vengeance Run, Retribution for the Ford GT40. Might throw that on then. He's going to be good. He's been paid to go on, so he's got to go on. That's a Mitsubishi FTO, the best car in Gran Turismo. So that's what's coming up. All sorts of things. None of those trucks are. I just bought those to get a truck to practice for Freddie. Unopened box one. I just showed you. It's a Mitsubishi FTO. No, Mrs. Endurance is vanished. Well, the Raptor failed because the wheel was coming so far off the axle it no longer met the road, which is kind of a fail. If we'd had a wider belt, it would have kept going. I didn't bring him into the shed, did I? I think he's still in the house. Let me stand up and have a look. No, he's in the house. They go to recuperate in the house. Yeah, the wheels just spread so wide they were no longer turning. So we had a bit of a competition. Whoever was in the driver's seat of the car, like RV Roy is at the minute at the top, got to decide what happened to the car. But then when the word got out that that's what was happening, people kept buying themselves into the seat of the car so they could have the say, and then before they had the say, someone else was in the car, and it became a bit of a frenzy. So in the end there was a bit of a vote, and everybody agreed it was done, and they wanted to see it go at 500 miles an hour, obviously. So that was that. I need a wider belt so that the ends are more definite. I will get one. But like, all four wheels of this car are staying on the belt, aren't they? So the GT40 will be alright. It's the same wheelbase. I might shove him over to the left a little bit with my new fancy adjuster system. Let me have a go on that. First time I've had a go on this live. Right, it's loose. Break the paint seal, that's it. And now shove it across, there we go. And now lock it up. That went well. Yeah, he's more centered on the road now. See, I can do that now much more easily than I could before. Previously I only made it so the buffers went in and out. Now they swivel and go in and out and go backwards and forwards, so I can keep the car under control a bit more without touching it. God, I can't wait to have Taco Bell. I'm going to buy Mrs. E Taco Bell. No, I'm not. Mrs. E's going to buy me Taco Bell in a bit. I bought her dinner. Fair's fair. Oh, look at that. Mrs. Endurance spelt car wrong. Hello, Grimlock. We're just having a practice trying out our new features. I've got a whole new... do you want to see the whole new driver control system? Could show you that. Let's see if I can get it. What will I call it? I won't call it anything. That's the easiest thing to call that. Now then, which one is it? I don't know which one it is. Oh God. I can't do it. Why has it not got a name? Let me go into studio mode, then I can pretend. It's easier then. Right, select a window. Well, it's one of them two. Alpha 5, broadcast panel, broadcast personal. It's got to be that one. No, it's not. Broadcast panel. There we go. Okay. Let's park it on there. Okay. So, all right, here we go. So this that you can see now is my new what I did right this week race controller. So hang on a minute, let's get it so I can see them both. There we go. So that top bit is where I connect it to the speedo on the car. That bit there, open broadcast panel, that's the speedo thing that you actually watch on the screen. This is where I pause the run, and this is the reasons. I don't think they pop down on yours, but there are reasons there. Like if I change it to camera fault, you can see that there, and now I pause the run. So we get a session paused for camera fault. That's how that works. Then it resumes. It carries on where I stopped it. This is where I set the cars up for the podium. So I give them a name. I put what their existing time was in, and then I give them a colour. I try and do the colour to match the car, so the one like blue, Manny was white and blue, Freddie was Golf colours, so cyan, the GT40 was green, the Sora was gold, and so on. So I try and do that. And then underneath here is a load of stats that I see if the broadcast window is shut. This at the bottom is the live chat from the Arduino. These are all the stats that are repurposed onto the broadcast screen, just so I can see them without the broadcast screen being up. There used to be 3 tabs, there's just this page now. Then if the run finishes, if I push that, a screen like this comes up, but with the finish information on it, so it tells you how he was in the run, where he finished on the podium, all things like that. And so far it's been working. Obviously that's where I put the car name in. There should be some comedy reasons for stopping it, shouldn't there? Incident should be spelled incident, not incident. Formula 1 reference there. Anyway, you don't need to see all that. But that's how it works. Oh, Cobbett, thank you, man. You don't need to do that every time you come on, you know. Yeah, this is just a test car, everybody. It's got the same wheelbase as the GT40, that's why I'm using it. I'm just using it to test the timing podium, really. If you look on the bottom of the Speedo, you see the blue car, GT Scorcher. That's this car. It started off at the bottom, underneath the podium. Then it got onto the bottom rung of the podium, and now it's on the second rung of the podium. And when its blue line gets to the same length as the green line above it, it will jump up onto the green line and overtake that. Obviously the idea is to get to the top spot where Manny is. I've shortened Manny's time to 2 hours, so in 2 hours time he will overtake Manny. And if it's been working for 2 hours, I will risk running it for 2 weeks, because that's the kind of bodger I am. Yes, sir. Sorry, I've not been reading chat because I've been too busy lining things up like that. That's better. Oh, I'm sorry, Sauda fan. Yes, Adam. It is called cheese string for some reason. We had a vote in the chat and that won. Hello, Pheasant1616. I don't think I've seen you on here live before. Nice to meet you, mate. You bear a striking resemblance, if that's your real photo, to one of my friends. In fact, I thought you were him when you popped on. But he's famous, and that would have been embarrassing for him, so it's not him. Thank you, Bjorn. That's very kind of you. I'm trying my hardest. Bought loads of new things for today. I'm in so much debt, it's not even funny. I know, cheese string, it's awful. But it was yellow, you see. I think what we'll do, once we've had him running for a day and people have given him a personality, we'll have a renaming session. Because nothing's set in stone, is it? Can't get that top camera in the right place. That's it, that'll do. Hello, Mark Black. Mark Black. Yeah, we'll have a new vote. What casting is the one that's on at the moment? It's called a GT Scorcher. Grimlock, my friend, welcome to the Belt Sander level of channel membership. You are now one of us. One of us. And to prove that you're one of us, you are now in the car. You are driving the car. That's how this works. Oh, hang on a minute. Cobbett gave somebody a membership just now, didn't they? Who got that? Gaming 16. Welcome to the free level of channel membership. You are now one of us, one of us, one of us. let me put you in the car as well, but then I'll spin round all the people that drive the car. Here I go. Woohoo! And when I get round to my new friend, Mr. Grimlock, I will lock him in, and then the other new fella will come up after him, but I can't remember where you were, and I forgot to put a back button in when I programmed the name rotator, so I have to go through them all, and I can't remember which name was before you. We're getting there we are. Grimlock is in the car, one of us. So that's good. Welcome to Belt Sander. I hope you enjoy your stay. It's a tax write-off, Grimlock, I guess. No, Jesus can't take the wheel. He's not on any level of membership. Yes, Cobbit, I was going to send you the tracking details later, but every time I have that thought, I'm not in my car, which is where they are. It will happen. I'll send you them, don't worry. Is it movable, the front splitter on this? Is it really? The F-150's he's in the retirement home now. He's got his wheels up. Not that they move very well. We need to start a thread on the Discord. I'll do it now, even though I hate the Discord and I don't know how to start threads. These details aside, I shall start a thread called Let's Name the GT40, and then in that thread put your names, and then the best 5, I think I'm allowed 5. What am I allowed to have in a poll on here? Is it 4 or 5? Anyway, the best 4 or 5 will go in a poll, and that will be how we decide. So what sections have we got in the Discord that I could use for this? How does the Discord even work? Right, okay, there's a section called Current Run on the Discord, and I'm going to shout in big letters, whoops, right, I've put a new thread called What Name Shall We Replace the Unpopular Cheese String With for the GT40? Answer by replying. Now you have to reply. It's in the Current Run section of the Discord, which is free to join. Other channels, I've noticed, charge you to join their Discord. Underhand behaviour, we call that. I haven't gone back and looked at the video yet, Exasumiji, to get an exact finishing time. My next job is to make the time lapse of Manny, and my job after that is to make the catch-up video for the Freddy, the F-140. That will have all the stats in it, and the breakdown, and the after, and the before, and the slow-mo, and everything to do with Freddy in it. But there's only so many hours in the day, and I've used them fixing all this up for the GT40 because people wanted to start tomorrow. They weren't going to let me have a week off. As much as I begged for a week off, I wasn't allowed to have one. Max Verstappen fan, actual rubber tyres so far have been the Sora, which was the second car, and the next one, the GT40, the yellow GT40, which I will show you right now because I really like its tyres. They are rubber, but not only are they rubber, but they've got actual tread. Look at that. Actual tread. So it could rain on the belt and it'll be alright. Go in focus, you stupid camera. Come on. Come on. Why won't it focus? I wonder if I've turned off autofocus again. There is a good chance I've turned off autofocus again. I keep doing that. Hold on. Let me have a look. You can stare at these while I have a look. Live cam. Configure video. Camera control. Focus. No. Auto is on. Apply. Okay. Okay, let's look at those wheels once more with feeling. There we go. Yeah, look, actual tread. Proper rain moving tread. But here's the what we don't understand yet. What will happen, because the wheels are linked to the axle, look. They're not independent like every car we've run so far. And very low ground clearance. Hardly any ground clearance. Some though. It'll be alright. Look at that. Straighten that up. Zoom in. Such a pretty car. But how long will those very rubber wheels last? I know that the people on the GT Mini or Mini GT page are going to be upset. They're going to be upset that he's going for a drive, but you know, it's a car. Yeah, Bob the Sandburner, he's going to be the record holder. I think Cobbett's just seen my new car. Mrs. E bought me this Cobbett. It came today. Alright. That's fancy. That is fancy. You focus now, don't you? Yeah. Now there's hot patootie to focus on. You focus, don't you? Oh, I don't think there's a bad angle for that car. I like the back end. It's mad. Could I have some more wings? Certainly, sir. Would you like free wing with your more wing? Come on, focus. There we go. That's a great car. It's almost going to be a shame. You did, Max Verstappen? You saw two old Formula One Loti. I believe Loti is the plural of Lotuses is Loti. A modern one of a Type 40 and one from about the same year it was real. We're running this one. I was told I mustn't run this one. Somebody got quite angry with me. I hope so, Dark Forest the Protogen. That is the plan. Oh look, we're catching up to the GT40 on the timing screen. The current active line is close to the green line. Another 15 minutes he'll be there and he'll hop up to third. By magic. I have to make everything else happen with my hands, but that happens by magic. Yes, test belt. I'm using test car on the belt 340. I'm using it because it's got the same wheelbase as the GT40. So I could test out and see if the bumpers worked in front of the front wheel. That's the first time we've done that. We've had them behind the front wheel every other time. But it seems to be working good. Hello, In Part Dutiful Helping. I do pheasants, but I'm not one for begging. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but what would the benefit be? We've given away being in the car. I don't know what possible thing you could have that's better than that. Exclusive naming rights, but then we only run a car like once every 2 weeks because they last too long. Yeah, I want thermal camera as well. The problem with naming rights pheasants is if we have another layer that's like a fiver, which is quite expensive, I think, 5 people might buy it in a month, and then the car's name will have to keep changing. Yeah, speed choice is good. I have to be here to do that though. If someone joins in the middle of the night when I'm asleep, when I'm awake they'll be asleep, so they won't see the speed change. Behind the scenes videos, I do them all the time, Cobbett. All car choice is good, but then how do I stop multiple people getting in the queue to do the car choice? This is the problem. You could go in the raffle for car choice. So if 10 people were in the raffle, you'd have a 1 in 10 chance of naming the car. And then if you name the car, you come out of the raffle bag, but other people go in. So once you're in the raffle bag, you're in for every raffle. Would that work? Is this car based on a real car? Does anybody know? So Pheasants is in favour of the raffle idea. So what would we call that? We would call that level the Mechanics Lounge, or would we call it the Team Principals Lounge because he's naming the car, or was it the Sponsors Lounge? I don't think many are in the Discord, Cobbett. I think that's your playground alone, mate. Even I'm not in there. Well, I am, but, you know, under duress. I was calling it the Jolly Green Boat, but Mrs. E told me I can't call it that, so it just got called its ordinary name. That, of course, is the problem. I can't change the name on the timing screen once we've started. We might have to have a vote before it runs tomorrow to name it. Be here for, yeah, Team Principals Lounge. Pheasants is right. Or executive, yeah, because then we could have the executive sponsor layer over that. That's 50 quid, where you could just move into my house for a week. Sorry, I just read the naming thread on the Discord. I said, what name do we replace the unpopular cheese string with for the GT40? Cobbett immediately came Red Bullet. First comment, it's yellow. Cobbett, I heard GT40. Funny. Right, that's enough of that. Alright, okay, based on the Silhouette Skyline. It's a solid car. The other car that I had that was the same wheelbase is a funny little police car, but this one looked cooler. GT Scorcher's catching up with the GT40. Mrs. Endurance does laundry while we're watching this. Hello Wixie Jixie, didn't see you there. And Pega Suckers Kex. Pega Suckers Kex. Yeah, it is like a Trans Am car. I don't know what I had for dinner, but most of it's between my teeth. Must have something sharp and pointy round here. Oh, there's my pencil. Spent the whole afternoon cutting up bits of wood by marking it by digging a fingernail in, and now I find my pencil. Do you think so, oddballs? I thought it sounded a bit clunky. I have got it turned down though because I'm talking. Look, it will normally be at this level. About there. But I've bought a new audio interface. It's taken me a while to get used to it. It doesn't work like any others I've had. It's good though, I'm digging it. Little plug for the Audient Evo 4. Hello Matthew. Yeah, it just bounces off the backstop. Look, I'll show you. This is only a test, I can do this. Whoop, there we go. And there's the raw sound of the belt. And now I'll drop it back in. There we go. So we could do live car changes, couldn't we? Oddballs is part of the furniture, mate. We're his comfort place. This is where he goes. Yeah, exactly. There's special rules for that, and Oddballs can do exactly what he wants. He can come here, he can eat a pizza and something healthy at the same time whilst watching TV and listening to a car. He can do what he likes. We could turn the car around, Wixie. Why would we do that? To wind back the odometer, that's why. Let's do it. Let's do proof of concept. Now, of course, the front of the car is going to ride under the back buffer. There we go. It looks the same, but the wheels are going in the wrong direction. Oh, the back looks good on the front-facing camera, doesn't it? I really do need a back camera now. You've made me want a back camera. We took it up to 1,000 miles an hour, Oddballs, this car. It survived. I love the back view. Ah, we might start going this way. The driver just threw a bag of sick out of the window. I shouldn't do that to him, should I? There we go. Should we go on a speed run again? Oddballs missed the speed run. Let's go on the speed run. This is how the speed run works. The speed controller lets me turn it up to the slowest speed of the belt sander, so that's 500 miles an hour. Then after that, the speedo brakes, but I can turn the belt sander up another 4 notches, which doubles it, and doubles it. So it will be over 1,000 miles an hour when we've finished. But here we go. This is turning it up the gentle way. Need more noise. Here we go. Upside down would sand the paint off, Cobbett. Not spoiling my cars for you, sadist. Here we go. Heading for 300 English miles per hour. Not fancy kilometres. Miles per hour. There we go. Come on, 400 everybody. Scream if you want to go faster. If you look at the bottom right hand corner of the speedo grid, there is a sander rotations counter. Here we go, 400. Come on. It's 400. We're going further. Going into hyperdrive now. When we get to about 480, the speedo brakes, but you'll hear it's still going faster. It's very loud in here now. That's it. That's as far as I can go on the lowest setting. Now I'm going to start jumping up. So, this next click doubles this speed. There we go. 1,000 miles an hour. Now we go double that. And now we go double that. And that. Oh, there was another one. And there's another one. There were 2 more. There's another one. 7 speeds. That is top speed. We can go no faster. The whole floor is shaking. How is it surviving that? That's insanity. Right, let's bring him back to Earth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so there's 6 levels after this, which is 500 miles an hour. Interesting. And now we shall gently relax back to what will feel like walking speed, but is actually 110 miles an hour. There we go. Back to the nice relaxing sound. Goodness. Let's turn that down a bit. Nobody needs that. Oh, that was exhilarating. The whole shed shakes at top speed. I can't wait to get a bigger belt sander. I'm not doing 1,000 miles an hour backwards. It'll go under the back buffer and then it'll break something and then I have to spend all day tomorrow fixing it. Whereas in fact I want to spend all day tomorrow eating. Well, I'm going to spend quite a lot of tomorrow tidying up the shed. I made a lot of mess rebuilding the rig again. I've missed a bit. I painted it all black, but I've missed a bit. God damn it. You have to be careful, Beaks. It's good for sharpening chisels. Yeah, oddballs. We were thinking about that. We were thinking of having a raffle where if you join the £5 level, you go in the raffle bag until you win. So you're always in there. And once a run, we take a ball out of the raffle bag and that person gets to name the car. And then, like you say, a £10 super chat could be a speed doubler. Or add on the amount you like up to 300 or something. Or pounds. The amount of pounds you pay is the amount of tens of miles it goes quicker. So a £10 gets you 100 miles per hour, £20 gets you 200 miles per hour, £30 gets you 300 miles per hour, and so on. But I wonder how long it would have to run for, and also I have to be here to do it. So there'd have to be pre-arranged times, speed hour or something. It is going to be the Ford GT, Rhonda man. I was just checking all the new things I bought. I bought lots of things in between the last car and this car. I bought, what did I buy? 6 more USB ports on the computer, a new audio interface, 2 new cameras. Look around, there was other things. Oh, I completely rewrote the timing software. That was, if that was money, I'd be charging someone a couple of grand for that. That was hard work. I am going to do a Kaido house car R1 because they're beautiful. Scale £10, Biggs, obviously. Thank you, Trippy. Someone splashed quite a lot of paint on the side of it, I've just noticed. It's coming next, Ins. This car's got the same wheelbase as the Ford GT, so I'm just using this as a test bed because I've changed everything. So I want to run it overnight before I commit to 2 weeks of shepherding another car through hell. Yeah, people have settled on Lemmy for this car. I don't know why. Lemmy wasn't green. I played with Lemmy, you know. Little fact for you there. He came and guested with our band once. If you want the full story, I'll tell it. If not, tell me to shut up. I can't do that on a test run, Cobbett. Shoot some cars with air guns too. This is science, my friend. I don't know where air guns comes into that exactly. Now then, the left-hand camera needs to come down a bit, doesn't it? I wonder if it's on the same height tripod as the other one. Oh, that's up. That's down. No. Oh, come on. I'll have to undo the knob. Okay. Sorry about that, transmission from space. Mrs. Endurance is hiding in the house, Cobbett. I thought you were all going to make me tell my Lemmy story, but you didn't. That's weird. A Mazda I've never even heard of that. I'm gonna Google that now, and then I will give you an answer because I've never heard of it. It might have been released during my wilderness years when I was taking ayahuasca on the Philippines. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, yeah, we could have one of them. Me like. Do they make a 164 one of them? In a nice light colour? Oh, look at those fancy shapes on the front. They're not making that in the Hot Wheels factory, are they? How come I've never heard of this? What a great car. I'm going to start talking about it a lot and then Mrs. E will buy me one. Yeah, Hot Wheels do one. Look at that. I don't want a red one though. We've got too many red cars coming up. Oh, light blue. Getting better. It's rare though. We all know what rare means. Oh, there's a white one. Almost game over. Let's have a look on eBay. It's white with black wheels. Oh, it's really cheap, but it's in America. Find me one in England. Oh, there's one in the box. That's going to cost loads of money. Oh, and it's got FTE wheels. Double enhancement there. Ah, 35 quid. Back away. Beep, 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 beep. Back away. This one's on eBay UK. The postage won't be so bad. Let me see. Oh, it's one of those stupid listings that doesn't exist. God damn it. Right. Now I'm searching eBay in England properly. And needless to say, there isn't one. I shall keep an ear to the ground for one of them though. That's on the list, my friend. Yeah, I want to run a Beast of Turin as well, Trippy, but I want to put a driver in it because that car would look silly without a driver. Oh, none of us noticed, look, when the blue live line overtook the GT40's green podium line and it jumped up a spot. Did anybody notice that? These cameras are weird how their colour changes over time. This one's gone all citrusy. What did you call it? Citrusy. I'm going to default it. Bosh. And then I'm going to take some of the saturation out. Not a lot, but a little. Oh, maybe not. It's a thin line between clever and stupid there. That'll do. All good. Lock it up. Done. Right, back to the reading. Well, I think tomorrow, R1, we'll find out tomorrow how the Kado house will perform, because the Mini GT is basically a Kado house, isn't it? I doubt they change the wheels. It's good, isn't it, Max, when it goes up the podium? I think I'll make the bottom line where it says now third place, I'll make that flash red for like 10 seconds when it happens, to alert people that it's gone up a place on the podium. In another hour this car will be on top, and then what happens when the current car is on the top line in first place, all the other lines go down because he's extending his lead, so their records get less, which is kind of cool. Right, it's 10 to 8. I think I'm going to go and beg Mrs. Endurance to buy me a Taco Bell. And buy more things from Amazon for the little cars. I bought a display case in the week. Where's that? Bring it to me. Does anyone want to see the upcoming cars while I'm still here with live cam? We could have another little walk through the upcoming features if anybody's interested. Where would we put that though? I will get the tracking info, Cobbett. Don't worry. It's on my list. Oh, Trippy wants a view of the new cars, even though Trippy's seen all the new cars. Let me see if I can set the camera up in a place where I don't have to hold it. Okay, everybody, here's what's coming up. Tomorrow, that little beauty is getting a go. Come on, focus. Not on that, focus on this. How do I hide all that stuff in the background? Use the big arm. Right. Now focus on the car. It's going to focus on that Mini GT box, you watch. Look, it is. Anyway. It is. It blooming is. Right, now behave. Focus on that. I said the camera wasn't going to move. Right, he's next. He goes tomorrow. Look at his little rubber wing mirrors. Unbreakable. Brilliant. Whoever designed that, very clever. Anyway, he's next. Shortly to be replaced by him. He's going after that. Lionel Racing, they call it. Lionel Racing. Big, fat, shiny plastic wheels. I think he's going to do a Manny. I really do. He's got a kind of a suspension deal going on as well, in a weird kind of way. Not a proper one. And then after that, because the first car we ran was a GT40 Mark IV, and it only did 5 days because it was tethered. Since then we've invented untethered racing. So we're going to have the revenge run. His little brother is going to come on and do a sorry about that. He's going to do a revenge run. If I aim that like that, it might focus, mightn't it? There we go. Have we cracked focusing? No, he's focusing on them. This camera has got a focus on anything that's in the edge of the frame feature. Not popular. Anyway, there we go. So he will be next doing his revenge run for his brother. And then he will leave the frame and probably the Peugeot 9x8 will get a go. And then when he's had a go, how tempting will this be? Look at him. How beautiful is that? I don't know when he's going to go. I just put him in to tease me because I'm very excited. It's my new car. He only came today. Fabulous looking thing. Well done, Hot Wheels. You knocked that out of the park. And then our friend Greg sent this with its wobbly back axle. Did you see the back axle wobble then? Watch. Crabbing along there. It crabs. But he donated quite a lot of money to the channel, so he gets to choose a car, and that's his car. Then we've got a faster than ever Aston Martin Vantage with faster than ever wheels. Let's find out if the faster than ever wheels are any good at endurance. And then him, because I think he's good looking, no other reason. Bog standard mainline, £101.50. And then Bob the Buggy. He's going to break all records, mark my words. Huge wheels, massive ground clearance. Look at the ground clearance on that. If I can find a place to put the support buffers, which looks like being on that red mudguard, then he will be running and he will be doing good. We've also had this thing. My friend DCRS sent this falling apart Formula 1 car. Oh, it has fallen apart as well. Look at that. Oh dear. Hope he's not watching. We've had a disaster with your car, mate. Oh. Anyway, I've got something worked out for this. I'll have to glue it back together. He sent it in. He wants me to run it. So I have thought of a special for him though. I've had to write new software for it and everything. I wish he hadn't sanded off the livery because, you know, look how pretty a livery is. You can't beat a car with a livery. Look. Pretty car. 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 Pretty car. Anyway, that's where we're at. You can see what kind of cars I like best though, can't you? I like these best. Yeah, Raya, we went to 1 decimal place on everything except real distance because otherwise the real distance gauge never moves. So we put the real distance on 3 decimals, everything else on 1 decimal. I think so too, Trippy. I think all the wide, flat, low cars will go good. I think my plan for the two cameras on the right is to periodically swap one of them out for the temperatures and things, and then come back with slightly different angles just to keep it interesting, and then the two in the middle just stay fixed like they always do. Yeah, a lot of people have said that, chess player, a wind tunnel. I need to think about that, don't I? That would be good. Because the road doesn't have to move in a wind tunnel, does it? We would just move the air. So it makes life a lot easier. You don't need a belt. Or would you want it on a belt as well? You would, wouldn't you? You lot are determined to drive me mad. "55 people watching a test. In the first week I would have assumed we'd made it if that had happened. I remember celebrating when we got 5 viewers. Right. I think I'm just going to leave this to run now. You're all bored of hearing me talking. I think, Imufer, a wind tunnel would be doable. I'd need to buy a different kind of belt sander, and then you put a clear polytunnel over it of some description. Then you'd need a vent to the outside world, and then you'd need some kind of visible smoke that's injected in thin little strips so that you can see the flow over the car. I don't think it would be that difficult once you'd figured out what to use for the smoke. We once hospitalised our singer by using the wrong kind of dry ice on stage. We used an oil-based dry ice, which coated his lungs in oil and nearly killed him. Details, details. Pre-made? Oh no, everything pre-made's expensive. And as we've discovered, I like to make things out of wood cheaply. Everything you see on this screen is found wood, cheap belt sander. The rear buffer that the car is leaning on at the rear, if you look, is the plastic bubble from a Hot Wheels car package, sliced thin and then screwed to a piece of wood. You can see it now, can't you? That's Hot Wheels packaging, as indeed are the side buffers, except they're majorette packaging, because majorette packaging is thicker than Hot Wheels packaging. He did live, Racing Lizard, probably for not as long as he was going to. He's dead now, obviously. The Peugeot is a good mainline, Adam. I was surprised when it arrived how detailed it is. It's a shame there's so much black. It makes it hard to, black and white makes it hard to photograph. But it is a very good casting. I discovered that we've got one of these collector car shops quite near where I live. And I'm thinking of going and seeing the man and just starting a conversation, you know, about how long do you think a car could go, what car do you think would go the longest, and then he would tell me, and then I would buy it, and then I would reveal who I am, and what I do on the internet, and then he'll try and wrestle it back out of my hands before I get to my car to bring it home and chew it up. I think that would be a fun video. I would video all of it, obviously. Yeah, the rush to nothing. I keep experimenting every time. I've done a different kind of buffer system. This is my favourite so far, but some cars don't have any room in front of the front wheels. Like for instance, on the live cam, the next car is this one, has got enough. I've tried it to stop it, but I want to run this, and it's got monster clearance in front of the front wheel and nothing to put the buffer on, and the buffer goes straight underneath there on the side, so it would literally just have to rest on that mudguard there, which means a bit of it would be overlapping the wheel, which isn't a problem because the mudguard sticks out further than the wheel, as you can see there, so it wouldn't foul the wheel, but I would be accused of fouling the wheel about 95 times an hour, and I would get depressed batting off all of those people's comments, which would lead to suicide. So I need to figure out another way of holding him in place. I might try string on him. People keep suggesting string. There's lots of places to attach string underneath. That might be interesting. I'll think about that. A wheel shearing off is my dream, Christovsky, my dream. No worries, rush to nothing. I've made these little buffers on like a giant, I don't know how to explain it. I'll show you. That's how I'll explain it. This might crash the car. This is my last show and tell for today, everybody. Right. Let's see if I can get a camera pointing at the buffer thing. Yes, I can. Let's see if I can get the wire in a place where I won't pull it on the floor. No, I can't. Let's balance that on a pencil. I'm using science now. I'm balancing on a pencil. Okay, so here's how things work now. Let's get it to focus on my hands and not the microphone. Let's move the microphone. Let's take temptation out of its way. Come on, you go up there for a minute. That's it. Right, now you focus down here. There we go. Right, now, you see that this end is the buffer just touching the car. If I can find one of my trusty Allen keys, of which there are hundreds here, all of the same size, and I can't find one. Mrs. E's taken all my Allen keys. Where's my Allen keys? God damn it. Is this one? Yeah, this is one. Right, so okay. So what happens is here, just to let light in upon the magic, quite a long bolt, that one. Right, do you see underneath the bolt there's actually a huge hole, so I can move this a centimetre in any direction now. So instead of having to build a new support system for every car, I can just undo this screw and then move the little stick around that's holding the plastic buffer on. I'm going woozy from lack of food. Go on, I can't find the thread for this. Have I found it? Yeah. Obviously if I move it the car goes flying and then you all laugh at me. And I've got a fragile ego so I can't take that. But anyway, that's why there's such a big thing there to give that movement in every direction and that way. Always. Replace the microphone for those that like to sleep to it. There we go. Look at the chaos in here. Look. Absolute chaos. There's Sandra, the other belt sander, in a terrible state. She's been working on software all week for this one. Laptop that's been running the other one. There's just junk everywhere. I need a proper tidy up for tomorrow. That's you lot there. That's where I speak to you lot. That's Top of the Pops 1973. That was the most effects they could do back then. It's good though, isn't it? Where's live cam? Turn it off. That's it. And on that note, I think I'm going to leave you with the car. Oh look! Oh, is it just jumped up? Yeah, it's jumped up. It's in second place now. How exciting. Well, when I say how exciting, we know how exciting. Moderately. Take car, Cobbett. I'll get you your tracking info any minute because I'm going to the car, which is going to take car and take me to Taco Bell. Oh yes. I packaged Freddie very well. You're getting quite a few free packaging peanuts. Don't eat them. I'm begging you not to eat the packaging peanuts. You could put them in a glass of water. That's quite fun. I only discovered that a couple of weeks ago. They vanished by magic. I don't know how. So you don't want the axle spinning, Sandman. You want the, when you say toe in, do you mean in from the front or like a lowered car? So they look like they're collapsing. Alright, Cobbett, take car, mate. No, local aviator, it's a car with the same wheelbase as a Ford GT as a test. This isn't a run, it's just a test. I was just testing everything because everything's new, everything. I rewrote all the software that does the timing. I got loads of more USB ports from a PC so the live camera won't lock up all the time. I got a new audio interface so my whingy voice will sound louder. I got another camera, which is why we've got front and left views now. And loads of stuff like that. So it's just a test. We ran this car at 1,000 miles an hour earlier on, you missed that, and then we did it at 500 miles an hour backwards. No we didn't, but we did run it backwards. Wound down the odometer a little bit. Notice in the fake race on the left there, our little car now, test car, is up to second place. If this was Formula 1 and I was the FIA, I could pause the run for an incident. Look at that, I've paused the session for an incident. I've unpaused it again. Or more likely in our case, I would have to pause it for a mechanical fault, which is code for I'm fixing the belt sander. If that happens, I will put the live camera on and you can all watch me fix the belt sander because that's the only fair way of doing it, isn't it really? We could pause it like that. That means I've gone off either for a wee or to get some food. It's going to take a while, another 25 minutes before it goes fastest. Oh, look at that. Why is it showing my mouse there? I'll turn that off. I wonder if I can minimise that. Looks like I can. Thank you, Tyler. Tyler is awesome. Ty is awesome. I figured more cameras is better than more info boxes. I mean, info boxes are fun and all that, but cameras are better, aren't they? Obviously, I've left this active. Oh, but it's not lined up correctly. Look at that. Got to fix that. I moved that little box. Nobody noticed, but I did. Oh, yes, I did. Come on. Oh, it doesn't get any bigger than... there we go. Center it. That's better. If you're not aware who Susan is, she's our 73-year-old next door neighbour who smokes like a train and quite often bursts into the shed and demands to use my parking spot. Okay, I shall go and check the current run channel of the Discord. Because I'm like one of the kids, I know how to do that. Current run. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. So you do literally want toe out and the axles fixed. Okay. Well, once we've got bored of straight axles, we will do that. This is a test. TCE Frepper effect. It's got the same wheelbase as a Ford GT, and it's playing in the window that the Ford GT will be in. I'm not going to make a green window just for a test. Oh, I suppose I could, couldn't I? No, I'm not. I want to go and eat. What's an infant other than a small child? Is that yet another brand of toy car? Or do you want me to put an actual baby on? I'm not against that. I'm not fond of babies. That's sort of happening, Rush to Nothing. I've had to stop it though because too many people wanted to send cars. And once they've sent them, I have to run them. And what if I get bored of this in a month's time, which is highly likely, and I stop doing it? And then I've got their cars and I have to post them back. Oh, small child, I'm fully in favour of that. You bring one round, mate, I'll chuck it on. I've got loads of those, Sandman, here. I've got lots of Leslie cars covered in lead paint. They've all been in my mouth. Whoa! Nobody told me I left that speaker on. Let me unplug this, that won't happen then. Okay, last time for live cam today. Speaking of Lesney cars, this is my prized possession from when I was a child. Yes, the Matchbox Superfast collector's carrying case. Every child should have one. And inside the Matchbox Superfast Every Child's Collector's case are Matchbox Superfasts. Yeah, but on the lower pauper level is where you find your lead paint cars with metal wheels and a London bus. I was really annoyed when somebody bought me a London bus. Who'd want a London bus? It makes a good stand for your little Jaguar though. I licked all that paint off myself, which might explain a lot. He's cool. He says police, in case you didn't know. Once again, all paint chewed off by myself. We should run this on the conveyor belt. It's even got a little driver. There's a lot of horrible cars in here. Anyway, that's where the lead paint goes to be licked. This is a Corgi Rocket. Have you ever seen a Corgi Rocket? Very fast little car. The gimmick for the Corgi Rocket was that it would come with a key. Whoops, wrong hand. It would come with a key that would go in there, and you could take the whole chassis out and swap them between your cars. It's a very good car actually. So it's good. Anyway, that's where the lead paint is. What else have we got? Why would you keep a Volkswagen in its box? That's a very good car, the AMX Javelin. I'm going to have to get it out to show you now because it's very good. That's fabulous, isn't it? Look at that. Oy. You won't stop rolling. You can't stop them rolling. I do like a Superfast. Anyway, that's enough of that. They don't say on the box anywhere, don't lick the paint. They don't say that. They should say that, but they don't say that. Right, this time I'm really going. I haven't got a 2CV now. I'm really going this time because Mrs. E gets angry when she's not eating. So I'm going to go and feed the monster. I'll leave this on until it's top of the leaderboard and I'll probably turn it off at midnight or something, but I'll leave it going now. Not doing any harm, is it? So I'll turn my sound down and I'll turn the car up and I'll see you all later. I might have a little chat at bedtime. Bye for now. Bing bong. Right, I'm going to turn it off now. The little car's made his way up to number 1 on the grid there on the left. So I don't know what more I could test other than wearing out the belt sander. So I think we're ready for tomorrow. I'm just going to have a little tidy up in there. But let's grind him to a halt. Oh, let me show you the finish button. The finish button is good. Let's push the finish button. There's excitement for me. Doink. Oh, yeah. Double check. Forgot that. Doink. That's how a run will finish. When we finish a run properly, the noise will stop and the results will come up. He's only a pretend record though, because we all know Manny went 13 days longer than that. Anyway, that's cool. That didn't work on the last version of the software, but it works now. So I's cool. Day's cool, man. I's happy with that. So let's simulate what tomorrow will look like, because this is how we're doing it. That's better. The colour scheme makes sense now. And those side cameras make sense because you can see those lovely air scoops. So that's it. He's just going to sit there overnight now and wait for his launch tomorrow. I think he might look a bit better with less light on him. I might mess about with angling the light a little bit. It needs to be on the sides though, doesn't it? Tricky McDicky might use some more greaseproof paper. Technical. Hello Pioneer. Yeah, we've just had a little 2-hour session to test my new 5-step podium on the left, which did work. And I now can't show you because I've pushed the finish button and the finish page came up. But it does tell you what was going on. We did 260 miles in 2 hours. It's all working. I've just put this car on. I haven't run this car. I've been running a green car. And all that. And now I'm going to go and get Taco Bell because I'm starving. So all is good. I'll see you fine people tomorrow, I hope. And it'll be good night for me and good night from this car. Until tomorrow. Bye for now.